Or for wave 1 at least. Well, here we go. Oh, I think this is what we're looking for. Oh, this might be a bad idea. This might be a bad idea. Is there a passage, like, on this upper level here? I was right. I did see a little passage back here. So there's multiple levels to these caves, then. There's 2 guys up ahead. But you can actually rip off mining tools off them now. Not just their guns. What we can do is we can extract some of this stuff and then maybe put it in the rock. ROC size minables down here too. Alright, let's I don't think so. Alright, let's get in this thing.
Your adventure, courtesy of Kruger Intergalactic.
Alright, undocking. Now hopefully the constellation doesn't disappear on us this time. Yeah, it is pretty slick. It's pretty awesome. Well, that doesn't look like a new type of cave to me either. And it looks like the constellation disappeared again. Doesn't look like you can get very far. Before it seemingly despawns. I no longer have the marker for it. Don't have anything on radar. Yeah, at least until they change the despawn or cleanup logic. I mean, the docking, undocking seems to work fine, but doesn't do you much good if your mothership disappears. Well, they still have some more PTU patches to push out before it goes live, so hopefully it's fixed. No, might as well accept this one. We got no quantum drive, so no, this is looking like one of the old style caves too. Where are all the new ones? Shouldn't have given up last night when I found that one. Well, we might as well try to clear this out anyway.
Landing gear deployed.
Maybe we'll get some more missions with some more caves.
Arrival achieved.
Well, hello, Darth Sailor Moon 1. Well, thank you. Well, it took a long time to take out that guy. Hit detection still seems to be rough. How's it going? There's 2 guys up ahead. I would say we're getting some pretty bad desync issues right now. Maybe all the luck I was having yesterday was just due to the fact that a lot of people weren't playing PTU. Like this guy over here. They're still standing. Oh, those guys went down. Seems to me that when they redid this type of cave, these smaller types of caves, they made them a little bit more linear. They don't seem to have as many branching paths as before. Probably to make it easier to facilitate missions. Oh. Seems harder to grab onto these ledges now, too. This is on PTU, so it's like the test server. So it is bound to be a little buggy. But all the newer features are on here. Hasn't quite hit live yet. There we go. That guy's locked into some weird death animation, it looks like. But you can actually rip off mining tools off them now. Not just their guns. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on test. It's only the first patch that made it to... Oh, this gun won't fire. Yeah, it's only the first patch on test for public use. Or for Wave 1 at least. But yesterday when I was playing it, it was a lot smoother. And not as many issues. But it seems... seems with more people on today, it seems like it's having a little bit of a rougher time. Might not be a good idea to fall down there. They were actually way better yesterday. So, I think it's just the AI actually performs well, but when the server load is bad, they perform bad. But, yeah, I put some footage up from yesterday, and the AI was actually pretty smart. It would follow you around cover. It would remember where you are. It would come after you. There were some hit detection issues yesterday though, but not like guys remaining standing after you shoot them and they should be dead. If you can, using analog input for thrust and strafes and stuff is a better option. It gives you more control. At least in my experience, anyway. Oh, I think this is what we're looking for. Yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, this is what we want right here. It's so big, it's got the larger rock deposits inside of it. Yeah, that's what we want right there. Alright. Now that we know where it is... Alright, let's grab a ROC. And we'll throw it in the Valk. Yeah, I wouldn't have spent more than 10 minutes with that either. Alright, so we're approaching the cave. Approaching the cave, and hopefully the Valkyrie is going to fit inside. I didn't actually test it, but hopefully we can get this ROC inside this cave. Well, here we go. Looks like we're barely gonna fit. And people complain about the hangars. Ooh, little bump there. Let's see if we can angle ourselves best for getting the ramp out. Because I believe what's towards the bottom of the screen right now is the tunnel that leads further into this cave, so try to get the ramp facing that way to make it easier to unload the vehicle. I've mentioned this in other videos, but I'm gonna mention it here simply because it's super relevant. When you're in gravity, instead of using thrust to bring yourself down, like instead of thrusting in a particular direction, cutting out the acceleration limiter is actually a way to get an even smoother landing. So on the HUD there where it says thrust 27%, you can kind of see there's a little indicator indicating the maximum thrust at 100%, and then a red line for when we go to afterburner. Well, if you bind an analog axis to that, then you can get immediate control over the acceleration limiter. So for example, on my Constellation Alpha, I've got the acceleration limiter tied to that. So when the brake lever is left in its default position, max acceleration is at 100 or 120% in afterburner. But if I squeeze it gently, I can lower that maximum thrust to the point where the acceleration is not enough to counter gravity, and I can settle in very nicely without having to mess with over thrusting in a particular direction. So when you limit the acceleration fully, you can see it goes down on the HUD. Very, very, very handy thing. Alright, so let's get out and see if we can get this this vehicle out here. But looks like Anything much bigger than a Valkyrie is not going to fit. At least in this cave. Alright, let's see if we can get the ROC unloaded. Yeah, that worked. Can we get back on, though? That works, no problem. Okay. Oh, looks like there's ROC-sized minables down here, too. I like the look of the new mining HUD, but I find it's kind of hard to see where things are on it sometimes. Because it's right in the way of the laser, and it doesn't shift with the center. Well, burned that one.
Extraction mode on.
There's room down here to maneuver at least. The terrain doesn't seem to be too bad for the ROC.
Fracturing mode on.
Have they implemented the ability to unload the rock into boxes? I don't know. I know you could always put stuff into your own personal inventory and then go to boxes that way. But I don't know about doing it directly from the ROC. We can try it if I can manage to get one of these mineable deposits to break properly. Looks like that's only a small opening there. Actually, let's get out and get on foot. Might be a little bit easier to map this place. Yeah, it would be more convenient. I'm not sure how much I would trust not getting 30k'd though at the moment. So, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of places we can kind of squeeze that into, is there? The Holy Grail, stable servers, server meshing, iCache. Looks like there's not a lot of spots down here to do that. Let's equip a hand mining tool. Yeah, it just seems like there's this one main large cavern. And then all the smaller passages seem to be only about person size. Unless there's some more up there that are more convenient. Should put the rock in, but you'd have to like drive it off while the ship is hovering. What we can do is we can extract some of this stuff and then maybe put it in the rock and then see if we can create a box from the rock. We should be able to inventory manage our way to it that way. Alright. I'll grab a few of these. Okay, so we can put the cargo in. I am not seeing an option to toss it into a box. Where is the button supposed to be on your personal inventory for that? Like, I'm not even seeing a button on the personal inventory. There used to be one. Or do you have to be standing in a cargo grid? You think it's the Stowe one? Oh, yeah. So yeah, have to be on a cargo grid. The Orion? Maybe. I think they have to do a lot with the asteroid tech first before they can get the Orion to work the way they want. So we can't store all commodities from the ROC, but I'm thinking if we can drive it back in the Valkyrie, then we can create a box while it's in the cargo grid. I gotta adjust the sensitivity on that. That's way too fast. Alright, so the ROC is in the cargo grid now. So if we access the cargo bay, we're standing in the cargo grid, the ROC's in the cargo. Yep, there you go. Store, maybe? Yes? Yep. Didn't even have to move it into personal inventory. There you go. There's your cargo box from the ROC. There you go, Midnight Storm. Now you know. So yeah, it looks like there's these smaller chambers off the main chamber, sort of like the other caves used to be. Looks like there's a lot to explore down here, but I have a feeling it's just mostly going to be these minables and the person that we're looking for. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible. I had a couple opportunities to get a 3090, but it didn't, and I didn't want to pay that much. But when you look at what some of the 3080s are selling for now, they're almost selling for 3090 prices anyway, so yeah. If you need storage, you can get storage. But good luck getting a CPU or a GPU. Yeah, I hear ya. By the time there's availability, the next gen will be out. Yeah, it looks like there's these caves, these new style caves, seem to have more of this branching and splitting paths. And the old style caves, kind of like just the person-sized entrances, they seem to be a lot more linear now.
Bilbit joined Vatalis.
Look, there's a ROC size mineable up on the ledge there. That'd be like you'd have to hover the ship. That's a lot of storage. This is going to sound pretty sad, but pretty much the only thing that I have on my PC is Star Citizen. Alright, let's see if we can... Let's see if we can get out of this cave now. Honestly, I think that's the real secret why Star Citizen's taking so long. There literally isn't any hardware that it will work with. The hardware literally doesn't exist yet. I say that somewhat ironically. There's all kinds of little ledges that things are on. This is where we need jetpacks. Jetpacks or climbing gear. Being able to put a ship in a cave is just fantastic, though. I don't know, I almost feel like Octane's out of date now, given the technologies that's in the consoles for storage. Oh, is there a passage, like, on this upper level here? Yeah, there kind of is there, isn't there? Instead of multi-track drifting, we've got multi-layered caves. Can we set down over here, maybe, and explore that? Just... Oh, this might be a bad idea. This might be a bad idea. Ooh, man. Talk about perilous parking job. Better hope that rock ledge doesn't give way. All right, let's take a look. Actually, instead of opening that ramp in case it dislodges us, let's open the side door. It's probably going to be a safer option. I was right, I did see a little passage back here. So there's multiple levels to these caves then. much more stacked than they were previously. I have to go prone to squeeze through. Or I can fall over. Oh, it's one of these jumping areas. No! So it looks like the caves are still built out of the same room system sort of assets they had before. Ooh, 6 hours. Holy crap. That's terrifying. Trying to find the missing persons in these caves for these missions now is going to be insane because not only are they bigger, but now they have multiple levels. Not sure I want to go too far down. But stuff like this is going to be great when there's more stuff to, you know, actually explore and find. But right now, it's okay if you want to go do some hand mining or something like that, but yeah. Yeah, because there's all these tunnels up on this level here, and there's more tunnels on the level below, so... And I'm wondering if they probably connect or meet up somewhere now between the different levels. That's some fantastic opportunities for exploration. But definitely don't want to go down there without a plan. Like you're saying. Don't really have any mining gear with me either, so. But it's good to be able to check it out. It's nice. Oh yeah, that would be so cool. I'd love to be able to find some like hostile aliens and wildlife and stuff inside caves like that.
Takeoff complete.
That kind of thing would be great. Have caves where like there's mining activity, like, and noise attracts creatures. You know, the zombie trope. So the more noise you're making mining, the more you need to defend yourself. It's really nice, but it's going to take way too much time to explore myself at this point. That's funny, I had to leave the cave for it finally to update the mission. My guess would be within a week or two, Capone. There's no specific date at this point, but probably within a week or two, depending on how many bugs. It seems fairly stable, so that's a good sign. You don't need a ship to make it to at least the top levels anyway. You could just sort of walk in if you wanted. But yeah, usually when it hits first wave PTU, it's usually a week or two. I didn't know you could undock the Merlin from the showroom floor. Connie, that's kind of funny. Yeah, it would be a good time to work on your bindings and just test things in Arena Commander. Make sure you have everything set. The user folder, you'll have to check the patch notes because the user folder where your key bindings are stored is going to be changing between 3.12 and 3.13. But I was able to migrate mine over just by copying them to the new location. So if you work on them now, you just should be able to copy them over. Alright, I think I am going to go back to... Well, actually, this is PTU. Doesn't matter. So I think I'm going to call it here for now after finding that cave and exploring it a little. And I'll probably do some more a little bit later on tonight. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I've done more streaming and more video editing in the last week than I have all month, so it feels like. So we'll see if I'm able to keep up the momentum for tonight. Anyway, I will catch you guys later.